Hey guys, it's Charles here with Envato Tuts Plus. In this tutorial, we're going to look at advanced planet creation inside of After Effects. Alright guys, now that we're inside of After Effects, first thing we need to do when we create a planet is we want to create a spherical texture, and a cool way we can do that is using the new Immersive Video VR effects that are now included in After Effects. So what I'm going to do first here is I'm going to go here and create a new composition, and we want this composition to be 2:1. And that's what's going to be wrapping around in a sphere seamlessly. And so a quick number I'm going to type in here for this, I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that lock aspect ratio. And I'm just going to type in 4096 and then by 2048. That's a good starting point, I feel like, and that's 4K for 360. And you can see here it now says 2:1, so that's what we want. And I'm just going to call this planet texture. And I'm going to come down here and click OK. So now if I zoom out, we can now see we have a 2:1 aspect ratio size composition. And I'm just going to right click here and create a new solid. And I'm going to make that comp size, and we'll just call this our texture. And click OK. And now with that solid selected, I'm going to come here to Effect. And I'm going to come down here to Immersive Video. And then over here, I'm going to select the VR Fractal Noise effect. This is just like the traditional fractal noise. However, this is going to be seamlessly for our spherical shape. And this is a perfect effect for creating planets and textures of that nature. So over here in the frame layout, I'm going to leave it at monoscopic. That's the default there for 360 footage. And then for the fractal type, we have 4 different fractal types. I'm going to change this to turbulent sharp. I think that's a good one when you're working with creating a planet. It just kind of looks like it's got canyons and stuff in it, maybe like rivers or something like that. And again, feel free to adjust these settings however which way you want to, depending on the planet look you're going for. I'm just going to show you a few quick options here you can adjust under the transform and the subsettings. So for the scaling here, I might go ahead and increase this so that's a little bit larger, and then under the subsettings, I might adjust the subscaling here, and you can see I can get a little bit more fine detail on the terrain with that. And again, you can adjust this to taste. And if you do want it to be animated, you can seamlessly animate this using the evolution here. And that will actually do a loop, I believe. Go ahead and go through that. So I'm going to set this back to 0. Another setting you can adjust to get some nice detail is the complexity right here. I'm going to increase that all the way to 10. If I zoom in here, we can just get a little bit more finer detail on this. Of course, you can also invert this if you want to get an alternative type look. This looks more like a sun or an electric planet now that I've inverted that. So I'm going to change that back to the original. Now you can layer these and stack these on top of each other and use different blending modes or use some of these other immersive video effects. So if I come over here to the effect and back under immersive video, you can see we can use effects like VR chromatic aberrations, color gradients, blur, and glow. So you can stack all those on top of each other and really create your own unique planet look. One thing I like to do a lot is use them as mats on top of each other. So if I want to just isolate various sections, I might do a luma mat of one fractal noise on top of another. Again, feel free to kind of go in there and delve into that and experiment. If you just want to color this very quickly, there's 2 methods I would recommend to do this. I'm going to go ahead and close that VR fractal noise. A quick way, if I just select the texture here and come here to Effect, is I'm going to come down here to Color Correction, and then I'm going to use the Effect Tint. And this will just allow me to remap these white and black colors, so I could change this over here on the white. I could change this to be something more like a blue. So now we have kind of an icy looking planet there, and I could change this other black here to be like a darker blue. However, this is a little difficult to tell what we're looking at right now because we're not actually seeing it in the spherical shape. So let's go ahead and look at how we can actually create this into a planet now. So I'm going to come over here to the project panel, and I'm going to create a new composition. And I just want this to be a regular HD composition, so I'm just going to select the preset here for 1080p, and I'll call this my scene. And I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. So now what I want to do is I want to drag in that planet texture. You'll notice that's a lot larger than our composition, but that's perfectly fine. We're going to use the CC sphere effect, and that's actually going to remap it based on our composition size, not based on the footage size, so you don't have to scale anything, and don't worry about that. So under effects, I'm going to come here to the effects and presets here, and I'm just going to type in CC sphere, and you're going to see that pop up under the perspective. So I'm going to apply CC sphere onto that planet texture. And immediately we're going to see a planet appear. So I'm just going to zoom in here just so we can see the detail. And I can adjust the radius of this under the CC sphere options. So I can make that a little bit bigger so it fills up the composition. And if I go to rotation here, I can actually rotate this and see the entire planet. If I rotate it from the top axis here, we can also see that it is completely seamless. And that's what makes using these VR effects so handy when you're creating something like a planet. So I'm just going to zero these out. Now we have other options down here such as the light and the shading, and both of these play a big part in making your planet look realistic. So we have the light intensity. I typically leave that at 100, and then the light color, I'm just going to leave that on default. We have the light height here. You can see it kind of controls where, let's say this was the sun, how it's projecting onto our planet. And I can come over here and adjust the light direction as well. So we can give it kind of a unique look like that. Now, if you'll notice here, we have some ambient light, and really in space, this would be totally black on the back side of this because it wouldn't be bouncing off of anything. So come down here to the shading under ambient. I like to bring this all the way down to 0. Now you can see we get a much more realistic planet look just by adjusting that right there. And you can adjust these other settings to taste as you wish. You can see you have specular, you have roughness, and some of these other options down here. And what I like is we can actually jump back over to our planet texture, and we can make changes to this, and they'll be reflected in our scene. So I could come back over here and I could change this now to be more of a fire planet. And you can see I just adjusted those two colors and jump back over here to our scene. And now we can see that updated here on our planet. I'm going to go ahead and undo that and change that back to the blue like it was. And on our planet texture here in our scene, you can always adjust the rotation and keyframe that if you want to animate the planet rotating and something like that. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and check the rotation for the Y. And I'll just move down here to the end of my composition just to give this a little bit more movement. So now we can see the planet is slowly rotating. Now I want to composite this to kind of give it more of an aura glow, kind of like an atmospheric glow. There's a cool way we can do that. It's going to require us duplicating the planet texture multiple times. Just make sure you follow with me on these next few steps. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to close up the CC sphere effect just so that's not in our way. And I'm going to select the planet texture and I'm going to hit Control D or Command D on a Mac to duplicate that 3 times at least. And that's what we have here. And so the first thing I want to do is select this bottom copy, and under the effects and presets, I'm going to type in CC Radial Fast Blur. And you'll see that located under Blur and Sharpen. So I'm just going to select that and apply that to that bottom copy. And when we do that, you're already going to see a slight kind of atmospheric glow around our planet. And it looks pretty good right there. If you just want to add something very quick, I'm actually going to increase the amount of this a little bit here. So it's kind of glowing out from the edges a little bit more. So I think that looks pretty good. If you wanted to, you could select it and hit Control D to duplicate that again. And on one of those duplicate copies, you could change the mode here to be Add, so it adds an even brighter glow around the edge. Now this looks a little bit weird because it looks like there's a light behind the planet, whereas in reality it would be glowing around the edges here. And there's a way we can kind of imitate that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this next copy above the one we fast blurred. I'm just going to isolate it. I'm going to hit solo it there. And I'm going to apply the effect, color correction curves. And I just want to brighten this layer up, so you can see I'm just bringing that up for the exposure there and brightening that up. And I'm going to go ahead and unsolo that now. And on this very top copy, what I want to do is I'm coming here to Effect. I'm going to come down here to Matte, and I'm going to select the Matte Choker. And under Geometric Softness, I'm just going to increase this. You're going to see how it's kind of going to pull in around the edges there of the planet, as you can see. And then I can adjust the choke level here, kind of how I want that to look. And you can just refine these settings as you see fit. But that's going to kind of give that glow around the outer part of the planet and just make sure it looks a little bit more realistic the way it's composited on there. Now we can go ahead and see a preview of what this actually would look like. Now where this effect can really shine is using these planet creation style in conjunction with a plugin like Element 3D. So you can see I've got a solid here with Element 3D applied to it. This is a third-party plugin that you do have to purchase, but it's a pretty common plugin for After Effects. And I want to show you how you can actually import these planets now into Element 3D. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to come back to my project panel, and under the planet texture, I'm going to go ahead and select this texture, and I want to go ahead and delete that tint effect, or at least turn it off. So we're just dealing with a black and white image. And I'm going to come back over here to my Element 3D composition, and I'm going to drag in that planet texture now, just place it at the bottom, and I can go ahead and turn off the visibility of that if I want to. Now on my Element 3D layer, under the effects controls, I'm going to come down here to custom layers, and under custom texture maps, I'm going to go ahead and select that planet texture. And now let's go ahead and jump into the scene setup. All right, inside of the scene setup, what I want to do is come over here to create, and I'm going to select a sphere. And on that sphere model, I'm going to go ahead and increase the segments here to be something like 24, just so it's a little bit more refined around the edges. And what I can do is I'm going to come over here to that model under the texture here for default. You're going to see the diffuse. I'm going to select that and just go ahead and toggle this down. You can see the custom layers. So now we have our planet texture. I'm going to select that. Now we can see that being reflected on our sphere, and I'll click OK. Now we can look around at it, and it looks pretty good, but it's not quite correct. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn off the grid and the gizmos just so we can kind of see this a little bit easier. What we need to do is come back over here to our sphere model, and if we scroll down here under UV mapping, we need to change this to be from UV to sphere, and now we can see that is going to seamlessly map onto our model. Right now we're getting a little bit of weirdness in the reflections, but the reason we wanted to import this as black and white is because we can also use this as a bump map. So if I come back down here to my texture, and we go down here to normal bump, go ahead and select that, and under the texture here, also select that planet texture. And when we do that, the results are going to look a little bit weird from the get-go when you first set it, but come over here and select Convert Bump, and go ahead and click OK. Now if I zoom in here close up on the detail, you can see we get this really nice, realistic looking bump around the edges. I can go ahead and increase the normal bump here, and we can just kind of see how that's reflected on our model, and just get some really good looking looks on your planet. It's very easy to create right inside of Element 3D. And in order to color this, just come down here to diffuse color and just go ahead and select a different color here. You can see the results we're getting with that. And then you can go ahead and adjust like the glossiness and other settings to get varied results. But that's how quick and easy it is to import one of those planet textures inside of Element 3D and get a nice looking planet as a result of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click OK to exit out of this. And now we can see that planet here inside of our After Effects composition. All right, guys, hopefully you picked up a few tips for quickly creating an advanced planet inside of After Effects, whether it be with the CC Sphere effect or using a third-party plugin like Element 3D. Make sure you guys download the project file from Envato Tuts Plus for this tutorial from the blog post. I'm going to include everything I created today, plus a few extra 360 texture maps that I've created for other various planets and maybe some stars and stuff like that. So I'll have some cool files in it that you can download and check out. All right, guys, it's been Charles Yeager with Envato Tuts Plus. Thanks for watching.